This is not only have we met this man before, which is already an honor, but now we are working for the same employer. Okay,
how crazy is that?
Never in my life did I think this would ever be a possibility.
I'm shocked, right? Normally, if you're co-working with us, something terribly has gone wrong for him, or something amazing has happened to us, which I think is exactly what has happened. I mean, he is a legend. You can't imagine the sport of soccer in this country, especially if you're Latino Americano or Latinx American, without this gentleman's voice being a part of it and his presence being a part of it. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, el presidente, the one, the only, Fernando Fiore, everybody!
Bravo! Hey, yeah. All right, yeah, man. I'm honored. I'm so happy to be here with you, Christian. Alexis, yes, we met in person a few years ago in when they opened the National Soccer Hall of Fame in Frisco, Texas, and it was fun, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be fun again today. So it's just that I'm not a visionary, but I think that it will be.
When you met us that first time, you were like, "Who let these clowns in here? Yeah. I'm the only clown allowed here. What is it?
No. I always promote all the clowns. I never expected me to be the only clown. Maybe, just maybe, I was the first clown in sports.
Yes.
When nobody believed in sports entertainment 20 years ago, or maybe more, because actually I've been doing it since I started very, very early, 32 years ago, and they thought I was crazy and a clown. But I never wanted to be the only one. The thing is that many people didn't want to be in my squad. They wanted to be on the other side of town. And but hey, now it's crowded. In my side of the town, it's crowded now.
We're on fuboTV. You are covering CONMEBOL, the World Cup qualifiers.
This is
That's right. This is incredible. It is an honor to be working on the same network as you, Fernando. But let's talk about CONMEBOL, the World Cup qualifiers. Argentina, you're Argentina. You're wearing the shirt right now. When it comes to last World Cup qualifying cycle, things got a little scary for Argentina. It took towards the maybe the last game to completely qualify, but things look a little bit more settled. Especially after the Copa America victory, I'm sure that was exciting for you as well.
Yes.
But I think the overarching question is how the balance of seeing Messi succeed and seeing Argentina succeed. We've spoken to some players that are like, Messi's happiness is almost more important than Argentina's happiness. But where do you stand on that?
No, it's not more important that Messi is happy. The more important thing is that we, the Argentinian fans, the whole population was waiting for almost 3 decades to be a champion again. Because 1993 is too far. And that was when we won the last Copa America in Ecuador, 1993, when we beat Mexico 2-1. So I didn't think that I was gonna have to wait for that long. To tell you the truth, we were very sweet at that time, and coming with a couple of tournaments that we won, and 91 in Chile against Colombia, I think it was the final, and then 93 against Mexico. So we were having a great team. Everything was going great, and all of a sudden, everything went down the drain. It started very bad with the World Cup in 1994, with Maradona being out. We get eliminated, and then 98 we were okay, but not so good neither. Then 2002, that was a disaster, getting eliminated on a group phase, and so on and on and on. Confederations Cup, Copa Americas, everything was completely negative for the national team, for the major national team. Then we got a couple of Olympic goals that it was a little bit, sweet on that point, but nothing on the national team, on the big national team, and nothing on Messi since he started in 2006 in the World Cup. It didn't work out neither. So it was really difficult for all of us. So when you wait for so long to get a major trophy, talking about Argentina, one of the powerhouses in the world with 2 World Cups and so on, then it was really tough for every single person. Messi, yes, he was suffering, but he didn't suffer, as a player from the beginning. He started later. Yeah. I'm really happy that Messi is happy, but more than that, I'm really happy that the whole soccer nation of Argentina is really happy, and I think that's important, that finally we got a tournament. I mean, it's not more important than obviously all the situations that we have in Argentina now with the political crisis and economic and so on. But, in terms of sports and soccer and our football, it was due. It was due to win one major tournament. And we did it in a great fashion, beating Brazil at Maracanã. So, happier than a dog with 2 tails. En español suena mejor. Más contento que perro con 2 colas.
Our producers are like, what did he say?
Yeah.
Our producers are like, are you talking about us right now?
Now go in English and figure it out. And one dog with 1 tail is happy. He's always moving the tail. Imagine 1 dog with 2 tails.
Which is crazy.
Be double happy. So, en español está perfecto. Más contento que perro con 2 colas.
Well, hablando de Argentina, I'm sorry, speaking of Argentina and Brazil, obviously the game had to be rescheduled. We've got 5 matches.
They don't want to play, man. They don't want to play. Forget
They
about
got
it.
5. We got 5 games on Fubo TV tonight, the day that this is airing on Thursday.
Yes.
Looking ahead to match day 14 in November, big rematch, Argentina, Brazil. What do you think about this match? Do you think it's even going to matter? Because it looks like Brazil finally dropped some points. Or do you think the Ministry of Health is going to hire some new people to shut this whole thing down again?
Let me tell you, for Fubo TV, actually, it was very interesting because everybody was watching that game. And then when this, the hell break loose and we got to go on air again, I always, because of my experience on TV and my 35 years of experience in this business, I always try to watch the games on studio. I never go anywhere because you never know when something might happen. And that particular game, believe it or not, our main producer, David Pagan, went to me and said, "Oh, you're going to go and watch the game with us, in the 3rd floor." I said, "You know what? I'm going to stay here in the studio because you don't know when something could happen." Believe me, that's absolutely true. And I said, I'm going to stay right here. But anyway, I stay in the studio watching the games all the time. It's not like it was something different that day.
Yeah.
But those were my words. I said, I'm going to stay here because you don't know when something could happen. And
that's why you are a veteran of this business. You had to tell
wily veteran presence.
Yeah, you had to tell David. You were like, hey, anything.
No.
You know what?
No,
the Ministry of you were like, I don't know. The Ministry of Health could come out and try to deport the Argentinian player. You never know.
I wasn't that specific. I don't want to take credit for that. I wasn't that specific. It was more general type of thing. I stay here just in case something happened.
That's like when my mom tells me, put clean underwear in your backpack when you travel, just in case.
Muy Latino.
Very Latino. Let me tell you something.
Sí.
It's coming handy, my friend.
Sucio, you have to go to the hospital, something happened.
Te puede cambiar en el baño si lo necesita. Está bien. What was it like trying to defend against them in training? Because I can't imagine, like you get a good tackle on R9 on Ronaldo, and then all of a sudden here comes Ronaldinho, and you're like, what's happening? Like, can anyone help me? What was that like?
It's a nightmare. Imagine it started. Ronaldo was fast, He just recovered from bad injury, but Ronaldinho younger. Rivaldo as well, and they come like, it's like seeing in the PlayStation, just run over the ball and fast. Oh, come on, just go to that side, just drive them.
A couple days ago, you were talking about Neymar and his comments saying that he would.
Vende humo. He's a smoke seller, man. I don't believe him.
Right. He said, if anybody hadn't heard, that this might be his last World Cup, and he probably won't play in 2026. Essentially saying, being a footballer is overwhelming, it's mentally taxing. I don't know if I can continue to do it, but you didn't buy it at all.
No. You know what is overwhelming? Working, lifting big bags in the port of Miami at 3 o'clock in the morning, and you have to work 9 hours. That's overwhelming. That's kind of stressful. Playing soccer, it gets you. Yes, of course, it's a job, and someone has to do it. And if you are talented and you can do that for a living, it's fantastic. But at the end of the day, it's a dream come true for pretty much every single soccer player, especially the ones who reach the stature of Neymar. So maybe what the translation. They get a little lost in translation. What he wanted to say is, I don't want to play anymore further than the 2022 because I want to party from there on all the time, and I don't want anybody to tell me if I have to party with my sister, or if I'm fat, or if I didn't score, or if I roll over like he did in 2018 on the World Cup. So I don't like that, so that's why I don't want to play anymore.
Right.
But even though I think it's a lie, I think it's completamente un vendehumo, como decimos en español. He's a smoke seller. He's trying to tell us something that I don't think that even himself believes in that. And I give you a couple of things. One is that, you might be tired of soccer and you don't want to play anymore and you want to party, from 2022 on. But the second thing is the money that's going to be involved in that particular World Cup in 2026.
Yeah,
when
Puma.
It's going to be more teams.
Puma alone is
more
like,
teams.
you better be playing.
In US and Mexico and Canada is going to be the biggest World Cup in history. And I doubt it very much that he will miss that one.
Well, speaking of the aspect of players that obviously get frustrated with criticism, Lionel Messi did retire from the national team at one point, right? He said, after what was it, Copa America, right? Was it
Copa America?
It was where he was like, I'm done.
Centenario.
Well,
but I also said I'd never eat Doritos again after I got sick from eating an entire big bag, and here I am still eating Doritos.
Right.
So
how many people say I don't gonna drink anymore after tienen un pedo que se agarraron el día anterior? And,
this is my last cigarette. I promise.
I don't drink anymore. It's,
yeah.
red card, man.
Yeah. You got a red card available. You know what I do think? I think the reason why he said this is because he's still an ambassador for the Qatar World Cup. So I think this is to get more eyes. Not that you need to promote a World Cup more than you already do, but I think this is to get more eyes on the Qatar World Cup because he is an ambassador. That's who pays his checks, my friend. I'd say the same thing.
Yeah.
I was going to say, Presidente, I did want to ask you, obviously you are in studio covering the World Cup qualifiers for fuboTV, and it's so entertaining to watch. It's been fun because there's been a lot of dancing. Melissa Ortiz are introducing
Salsified the sports presentation.
You can't. It's not simply about telling the scores, doing previews, highlights. It is how are we gonna be, Latinofying the studio. So I want to ask a simple question: Who is the best dancer amongst all the co-hosts? Okay.
And who needs the most work? Let's not say work.
Next question.
Who needs the most work in the hip movement department?
Yeah. Who do you feel like could use a little bit more instruction?
Juan Pablo Ángel.
What? No me diga.
Yo.
Yeah. Because Juan Pablo Ángel, he sleeps in the gym, man. He is solid,
yes.
man. Every
Chiseled.
time, that's it. How you doing, Juan Pablo? I do like this, and it goes like a ding. He's like a rock, man. I don't know. He's probably working out 24 hours a day. At this particular moment, I think he's working out.
Yeah. He's built like Colossus from X-Men.
He doesn't like a lot of moves,
That's a shame for a Colombiano.
He only moves this. Look.
Yeah.
He only moves this.
If only you could score a goal while doing a little merengue. Maybe he'd be down, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, I think Juan Pablo is a stiff one.
Okay, all right. That is a shock. All right, we'll let the rest of the Fubo staff to remind him that he needs to work on it.
It's in his contract apparently, right? I mean, it's in everyone's contract on that broadcast.
Ask around.
Turn it up.
Presidente, we have questions from fans. This is our supporters group. They're called the Gully Squad. Okay, they have a couple questions that they sent in for you. So I want to ask this one, and this is from Freddy Alarcon. He asked the question. He says, as a son of Ecuadorian immigrant parents, Fernando was constantly on my TV growing up, and probably loads of other kids too. Fernando, how does it feel to be part of an entire Latinx American generation's childhood? And we could say the same thing for ourselves.
Absolutely.
We grew up watching you as well.
I love it, man. Look at that. I got goosebumps now. This is serious business now. Many people think that many times when they tell me, "Oh, you look old, man." Well, thank God I look old. Otherwise, I would have died young. I'm looking old. Actually, I'm looking very young for 61-year-old guy. The thing is that I love it when the people tell me, "Oh, you know what? I used to watch you with my father. I used to watch you with my grandparents. I used to watch you in Univision when you were doing Lente Loco. You know, I was the co-creator of Lente Loco, a very famous show of comedy and pranks in Univision in the early 90s. And when they told me, "Oh man, I traveled with you around the world with Sofia Vergara in Fuera de Serie," dude, it was absolutely fabulous. You know, we went around the world. I'm the co-creator of that show too. And then when I went back to sports in 1999 and we created República Deportiva, which was another breakthrough in sports entertainment, you know, it's absolutely fantastic that the kids telling me, "Oh man, you are a legend. Oh my God, you are an icon." Oh, it really breaks my heart in a good sense of the way. Because I feel so good and so proud of my Latino, heritage, and especially because I was able, right after I left Univision, I was able to go and do the famous crossover which I didn't intend and I didn't even think about it. But fortunately, when I left Univision, people from Fox Sports, they tell me, "Oh, you want to bring your Latino flavor to the English broadcasting," and it was an honor. It was an honor to bring my character of El Presidente and my Hispanic craziness and knowledge of a different kind to the general market in Fox Sports. You know, a company that I never had any relationship with before, and they were offering me to go there, and it was 4 fantastic years working with them, including one more World Cup, which was my 8th. 2018 Russia, and also it was a fabulous feeling to get from the people that didn't speak any Spanish, and they say, "Oh, Fernando, we're watching you and we really like you and what you're doing in Fox, and we like that you always tell Alexi Lalas the way it is, the way the fans feel." Because you know what happened? We have to, especially with you guys, that we're gonna feel the same way probably. There are so many ex-players as pundits now that they are talking and give their opinion that sometimes we are bombarded by the feeling and the point of view of the ex-players, which they have one perspective. But, at that time in Fox, they tell me, "Yeah, listen, we want to bring you over because we have Alexi Lalas, we have Eric Winalda, we have Stuart Holden, we have Hercules Gomez." They have a lot of ex-players that they have one point of view of what soccer is all about around the world. So I brought the idea and the opinion of the fan, of the guy who was sitting at the stands watching those guys play. And it's a completely different point of view. And if you look at right now at many shows, many sports shows, on many podcasts, or many tweets, or many anything, you have a lot of ex-players, which is fabulous for one point of view and one sense of what is soccer around the world and how do you deliver to the people that are listening or watching.
Right.
We have another view. We have a completely different view. And for me, it's absolutely fantastic to view that side.
Yeah. And look, especially speaking of fans, I mean, there's so many things that you're known for, but we've got two questions that are basically the same. Trish Murphy and Justin Freeberg, they say, what age did you
Justin Bieber?
Trish Murphy and Justin Freeberg, they said, what age did you add the mustache permanently, and how do you maintain such a beautiful mustache? I think you were born with it, but I think you came out with a full mustache.
I send you the picture now. I send you the picture in a few minutes so that you can include it later and you can show it on the show. Yes, I was born with mustache. Yes, I have it since the very first day. And yes, I'm going to tell you something that not many people know, but I want them to know. I'm using Just for Men for the last 20 years, and the mustache looks really natural, and Just for Men never give me a sponsorship. I don't know why.
That is
It's
criminal.
illegal.
That is a crime. That is a crime,
wait.
Fernando.
Let me show you.
What? You really have the box there?
Look, I even did this for Just for Men. I tried to convince them that they need me. They need the Latino.
You did it for them.
I did it for them. I said, listen, you need this.
That's
That's sad.
cover,
that is
role
sad. That is
is
sad.
for you.
That is a
That
crime.
is sad. That is sad that they never sponsor me. And it's funny, but it's true. In 2014 in Brazil, I met a very famous soccer player that I don't want to mention, but I said, "Oh my God, you know," and he's Portuguese and he's not CR7. But I said, "Oh, you're doing the commercials for Just for Men. Oh, this is great." And no, I don't want to tell the story. But it happened.
Wow.
I
Okay.
shouldn't
Well,
be doing the Just for Men commercial.
You were like, oh, I shouldn't be saying
okay.
this.
Look, I didn't realize Nani had gray hair, but okay. All right.
No!
Okay. Fernando Fiore, thank you so much for joining us. We have to get to our Golazo gift. We got your opportunity. We're gonna give you an opportunity to celebrate a goal. Celebrate it however you like.
Okay.
We'll turn it into a gift that will live on the internet forever. Alexis will give you a scenario. Feel free to celebrate it however you like. Alexis, what is the scenario for El Presidente?
It is 2022. It is the World Cup final. It is Argentina versus Germany. For some reason, Fernando, you have been brought in as a substitute to take the final penalty. You scored that penalty. You win your country a World Cup, Fernando. What do you do?
I love it. Okay, you're looking like our Theo's winning the World Cup.
Yeah.
I love it.
You look like you're waiting for my abuela to finish the ropa vieja so we can all eat.
It's an absolutely fantastic situation to score a goal. At 61, I'm playing every single Saturday with my friends. I'm the oldest player of the team. But I still play very decent.
Okay.
Well, that's why I said penalty, just in case. You know what I mean? I didn't need you pulling a hamstring.
Okay, but it's...
No. This is it's absolutely fantastic. And before I go, I hope that everybody is watching us on fuboTV with the qualifiers, because we will have all the rest of the qualifiers until March next year. And it's a pleasure to be working with you guys in the same network. I have a lot of fun. The whole crew at fuboTV here with the qualifiers are excellent. So please follow me in Twitter at Fernando Fiore, Instagram Fiore Oficial.
Well done. Yeah. I mean, and a great follow on social media,
Yes.
Fernando. Everybody give him a follow. And make sure, follow at Fubo Sports on all social channels as well. Follow at Soccer Cooligans if you want to follow us. Keep up with everything that we're doing. And subscribe to the Fubo Sports YouTube channel for full interviews and more shows, highlights of Fernando highlights, and a bunch of other stuff. So, Presidente, always an honor to get to talk to
Absolute
you.
honor.
Absolute a pleasure.
My pleasure.
Una leyenda.
And if you want a special message, asking at Cameo. And Cameo, I have a lot of followers. They're absolutely fabulous. And it's not only the people sometimes think that it's only for the money. It's not for the money. Sometimes it's so rewarding to the heart, because there are so many people who ask me for special messages for a father or a grandfather that is in a hospital, or they've been through COVID, or they are celebrating 8th year birthday, and they say, please, Fernando, you will make me so happy. And forget about, of course, everybody wants to make money. There's a platform that, is a commercial platform, Cameo. But more than that, at my age, is to try to give back to the community, try to give back a sense of a big smile to the people that I cannot reach on the street.
Right.
Many times say, hey, how come do you charge for sending me a message? We have to charge because it's a platform that it charges me. But the good thing is that we make a lot of people happy with a message, very personalized message. And I love to be doing that, because the last 2 years, they were very difficult for so many people.
Very much
You
so.
know, I grew up watching you as well. I'm going to send you money. I'm going to ask you for a favor. My mother, Lucia Polanco, you just say, hola, Lucia. Tell her that. She'll...
Lucia Polanco, besitos.
Amazing. She'll go nuts. Thank you so much. Fernando Fiore, thank you so much for joining us. Let us end the show the way we normally do, as is tradition. So please join us in this as well. So for Fernando Fiore, my name is Cristian Polanco.
And I'm Alexis Guerreros, el vicepresidente.
And together, what are we?
The